Nadira.
Freelancer. My husband Leighton mentioned you saw him again.
We spoke. He told me about his past. What he did for the Dominion.
Pretty bad, I'm guessing.
It was. But he regrets all the pain he caused.
He still feels it. I don't know how to make it go away.
He talked about someone named Aurora. I think it's a woman he knew. Something bad happened to her.
Aurora?
That rings a bell?
I've seen the name. A briefing on an old Dominion operation. Details were sketchy. I'm trying to remember. I think it was called Prism Tacit. That was their code name for it.
Do you think Leighton was involved?
He must have been. But if I ask him, it'll get messy. I'm his wife now, not his debriefing agent. There's too much emotion involved.
That just means you care. Leighton's lucky he found you.
Who knew spying was the easy part? His marriage that takes training.
Can't help you there.
You've already done more than you had to. I appreciate it. We both do.
When I see Leighton again, I'll ask him about this Prism Tacit.
Thank you.
I can see you all doubt me.
Commander?
No.
No?
No. I will not release Cardea Dell's journal into your custody.
Didn't realize the book was under arrest.
Do I seem like I'm joking?
I honestly couldn't say. You're kind of hard to read. But I do feel for you, Commander. Working with Dax, she's a handful.
She's an impulsive, untrained thrill seeker who's going to get herself killed, and I'll be blamed for it.
Not anymore. She's been recalled home. Dax is no longer your problem.
I guess that's true.
So there's no harm in giving me the journal. Your ass is covered.
Never underestimated Daxia Dell's propensity for trouble.
I'm willing to take the risk.
Then you're braver than you look. Freelancer?
Faye, Dax, I've got the journal.
Perfect timing. Just bid farewell to my not-so-gilded cage.
Let's meet at the bar.
Hi, Merelda. How are you?
I don't know. I went looking for your father's ashes so we could spread them. They weren't there.
Doesn't mean we still can't have a memorial for him.
No, the vase wasn't there. And it's strange, now that I'm trying to remember some things you've said. I wonder, I don't know if the vase was ever there. I'm not sure what's happening anymore.
That's actually a good sign.
That I have a knack for losing stuff.
That you're realizing, well, what you thought was true isn't.
The vase?
Why is it so important?
Your dad, of course. He died. But I already knew that.
How did he die?
You were hurt. And?
I was? How? This is important.
No. I don't want to remember that day.
Whatever it is, I'm right here. It's okay. Just let it out.
Even if it almost killed me.
Except it didn't. You're still here. You're strong. What happened?
It was a warm day. Fremont was hot that time of year. You were playing with your father, pretending you were a javelin pilot. He was roaring like an Ursix, chasing you. You were so young. Your little legs scampering around, so happy. But then...
It's okay.
The sirens started. Gunfire was everywhere. Someone shouted, "The Dominion are here." Then the explosions. I heard you scream. Ran over. Your father was bleeding, but you were under the rubble. Piles of concrete. I tried lifting it, but it was too heavy. You were yelling, "Daddy's hurt. Help Daddy." I pulled him away. Then there was another explosion. The rubble collapsed. But you...
You can do this.
You died. My brave little girl. You were supposed to grow up and be a freelancer, fall in love, become a woman, but you never did. Because I couldn't save you. Can you ever forgive me?
It's better if you forgive yourself.
How can I? Your father. He died the next day. They took him away. I never got to bury him. Or you.
None of it was your fault.
But I loved them. So much.
They wouldn't want you to blame yourself. They'd want you to be happy again. Can you do that?
I think so. Yes. But... you're not Serana, are you?
No. Just a friend trying to help.
Well, I'd be proud to be your mother. What you've done for me. I spent 10 years waiting for someone who would never come. You saved me.
I just gave you a little nudge. You saved yourself.
My thanks could never be enough, but... thank you.
Be well. Take care of yourself. Here it is. The elusive journal.
Let's recap what we know.
Before her disappearance, my aunt was in the midst of charting the locations of volatile Shaper relics near Fort Tarsis.
It looks like they formed a circle.
Guess what's at the epicenter?
The Heart of Rage.
Yep. When the Heart of Rage appeared, it created a ripple effect, causing relics far and wide to go crazy.
Like people vanishing into thin air crazy.
That was the theory. Aunt Cardea disappeared before she could prove it.
From his notes, it looks like Talon agreed with her.
His notes? He defaced my family heirloom?
Focus, Dax. What does Talon say?
He thinks activating certain relics will lead him to wherever the caravans vanished.
But instead of bringing home their remains, he's gonna steal their stuff. Freelancer, my aunt, everyone who disappeared, they deserve better.
Activating the relics will be tricky, and I should point out this is all theory. We don't really know what will happen.
We've poked plenty of Shaper stuff before. Hasn't killed us yet.
Yes, my javelin's pretty banged up, but it'll still fly. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll meet you outside the wall.
Freelancer. Hi. You ready?
Always.
Sentinel Andron is the Lancer missing from that score mine. If I found his signal, it's weak, but it's there.
I'll hunt it down. This is the old Strider port. It's overrun by scars.
Now that you're closer, I can use your javelins to better triangulate Andron's position. Got it! Head into the compound. The signal is stronger there.
Won't be that easy. The compound has heavy defenses.
I guess you've got to get through them.
Working on it. Hives everywhere.
Any sign of Andron?
Nothing yet.
I don't... You should be right on top of him.
They must be hiding him.
Take out those hives. Andrew?
As good a lead as any.
Strongest ratings yet. Andrew's got to be in here.
This many scars must be guarding something.
I see Andrew. And a lot of scars.
I'll clear them out.
Dropped a key. It must be for the cage. Can you grab it?
Got the key.
Good. Now get rid of the scars and free Andrew. Scars are gone. Now get to Andrew. Andrew!
Hey, Scareye. Wanted info on Fort defenses.
Sentinels are on their way to pick Andrew up, Freelancer.
Hey, Scareye's still out there. You gotta stop it now.
I will, Andrew. Help is on the way. Bryn, can you track that Iskari?
There is a strange energy signal near you.
Let's get this thing.
Agreed. The last thing we need is a chatty Scar leader with plans to look forward to.
Andrin said the Iskari wanted to know the fort's defenses. What's its long game?
Ask it.
Are you serious?
Sure. Hello, Lord. I'd like to know your evil plan. Then kill it.
Uh-huh.
That's it! The Iskari!
What fresh corpse follows me?
Think it sees me.
It comes from the metal walls. It blankets itself in the fort.
Ask what it wants. Try the plan.
What? Fine. Tell us what you want, Iskari.
The Arcanists fumble at Shaper relics. Damaris, the Iskari will not work. Shaper's energy will gather. Swarms will feed. Metal, flesh, machines. Damaris will strip your fort's bones.
Great brain gravits. It's actually telling us the plan. ranting about.
We'll find it. Together.
Good. And good work. Meet me back at the fort. We'll figure out what to do next.
What are we up to today? You'll put this javelin through its paces.
Hello again, Merelda.
Hi, freelancer. Don't worry, I know who you are.
How are you doing?
Much better. All thanks to you.
Couldn't leave you to suffer like that.
You were everything I'd hoped Serrano would grow up to be.
I'm flattered.
It's true. It was hard letting go.
Serrano sounded like a great kid. You'll always have memories of the good times.
There were plenty of those.
You're feeling better?
A lot of crying. But mostly a lot of laughing. I looked at paintings I made of her. She was something special.
Must feel like a weight is lifted?
More like a boulder. This is my last day here. I'm moving to Anthem to be with my sister.
Fresh air, fresh start.
That's the plan. Hope to start painting again, too.
So this is goodbye?
I think it is. Not that I didn't enjoy your company, but time to move on. Goodbye, freelancer.
Take care.
Have you heard the latest Crimson answer?
Cliffhanger. I hope the next episode comes soon. Remember when we waited 2 months?
At least we can read the posts while we wait.
Posts?
Someone writes alternate episodes and puts them on a board. They're pretty good.
Who writes them?
No one knows. The name's clearly fake and they must post late at night because no one sees them go up. I've left letters to let them know I like the stories, but it's a mystery.
I'll have to check those out.
Freelancer. Great timing. I've been thinking about Shaper relics.
Where is this heading?
All that Shaper energy sloshing around keeps activating relics, or reactivating them. It never ends. We really need more experienced Lancers keeping them in check.
Should I just warm up my javelin now?
Well, if you have time to stop the Shaper menace.
Hey, Bryn.
Oh, Freelancer. Hello.
Everything okay? You seem preoccupied lately. That's not like you.
What? Yes. No, just distracted.
Talk to me, Bryn. I'm here to help.
Okay. I'm writing.
And it looks like it's troubling you.
I'm writing stories.
What?
Oh, for the love of all Gazax. Have you ever heard of the Crimson Lancer?
The radio show? It's one of Halleck's favorites.
You know it? Who's your favorite character? Wait, forget I asked. I don't want to ruin this already tenuous friendship.
So, what does this have to do with your writing?
Sometimes the show just doesn't go the way it's supposed to. When my brain needs a rest from my work, I rewrite the show. Myself. So it's better.
But why not just add to it? Why change it?
I suppose. Things can't always go the way I want them to. Here or in the field. But when I rewrite the shows, everything goes exactly according to plan. My plan.
Does anyone else ever read it?
My work is very well received.
By whom, exactly?
I have no idea. I post them on a board downstairs under a different name. I get the most appreciative letters from Crimson Dancer 69.
You've got to let me see them. They sound excellent.
If you find the board, you too can send feedback. Unless you think Anson dating Kista is a good idea, then I don't want to hear it.
intended to do anyway. Bought a shaper relic.
Heard you passed the trials of the Legion of Dawn, then lost the General's Javelin. That's standardized testing for you.
Layton.
Good to see you, Freelancer.
That name, the one that's been bothering you.
Aurora.
I mentioned it to your wife.
You did?
It's the only thread you have to go on. I figured it might help.
Well, it's decent of you. You've already done more than we have a right to ask.
You've had a rough time.
What did you learn? Who was Aurora?
Nadira thought she was connected to a Dominion operation. Does Prism Tacit mean anything to you?
This was...
Layton?
This was a mistake. We shouldn't have done it.
What?
I'm remembering now. You have no idea what's going on here.
Whatever it is, we need the truth. It's the only way this gets solved.
You may regret that.
Then tell me why.
A Dominion plan to infiltrate Corvus. A cipher mentally programmed to pose as a defector.
Wait a minute.
Underneath the defector's persona, the real agent remembers everything he sees and hears.
Oh, crap.
I remember who I am.
You're the agent.
My name is the Trigger. I'm Prism Tacit.
Maybe so, but your persona, I don't think it was a lie. His regret, your regret, sounded genuine.
It was deemed the most probable way to gain her trust.
Who?
Aurora, the code name for the enemy operative likely to have useful intelligence. My wife, Nadira.
You used her?
It's why her name is so painful to hear.
I think I was wrong about you.
No, I was wrong about myself. The man I was programmed to be has become the man I want to be. My conscience began as a facade, a layer, but it fed the seeds of doubt, of truth. I understand the pain I've caused, that I will cause. I really do love her. But I pulled away, knowing what the other part of me planned. I can't lose her.
Maybe in the world of spies, this is how things go. Maybe she'll understand.
Spy or not, she's still my wife. She saw the best in me, and I returned the favor by giving her my worst.
And now?
Tell my wife. It's your obligation to Fort Tarsis. I'm done lying. She was right, you know. I needed to make a friend. You've helped me understand myself. But don't risk yourself or others. Repeat the trigger now. My persona will forget we had this conversation.
If you insist. Prism Tacit.
Freelancer, I'm sorry, I must have drifted again. These damn memories. What were we saying?
Nothing. I was just leaving.
Shaper fragments in the wilderness. Collect them before someone else does.
Understood. I'm on it.
That's a lot of mines. Careful picking up those fragments.
Every fragment.
Okay, labs are out there? The Dominion's trying to gate in soldiers in order to steal Shaper relics. Go stop them.
On it.
There's a Dominion's gate. Take out the anchors to close it. Still hostiles in the area. Take them out. Not done yet. We just got a really big energy spike off a powerful Shaper relic. Go and silence it.
You got it.
Looks like the Dominion are trying to claim the relic. Don't let them cart off something this powerful. Making a bunch of different creatures now. from me and the other Sentinels? Thanks, Freelancer.
What are we up to today? We need you to stay safe out there.
Remember, fearful awe.
Freelancer, any progress with my husband?
Nadira, I have to tell you something, but I'm not sure how.
This doesn't sound like good news.
No.
Then it depends on how bad it is. In Corvus, I sometimes massage the news to avoid even worse damage. So let's hear it. Is Leighton okay?
Leighton's made a breakthrough. That's the good news. The memory that's bothering him, he knows what it is.
That's fantastic. You mean Aurora?
Well, that's also the bad news. Leighton, he isn't really a defector. You're Aurora.
Of course. Damn. I had a bad feeling about this. Part of me did anyway. I didn't want it to be true. But when you mentioned Aurora, it connected some dots.
I'm glad I could help. I don't really know.
I'm sorry it went like this. I needed a neutral party to work it out. If I'd confronted him directly, I don't know what would have happened.
Now that we know, we've still got an enemy agent living here in Fort Tarsus.
But he's not an enemy to me. My feelings for him aren't a lie. I don't think his are either.
Maybe the Persona's feelings for you. The Leighton programmed by the Dominion. But the real one's underneath.
Did you speak to him? The real one?
I did, but I'm not sure we can trust anything he says.
The only thing I trust is my gut. It's telling me the man I care about is genuine.
Or a clever Dominion tactic.
That's how Tassin will see it. If she finds out.
It is her job.
I know. And her job will be to handle Leighton. It won't be good. If you don't mind, it's time we both talk to him. I'll meet you there when you're ready.
Alerts about Scar activity keep coming in. Be careful.
So, are we there yet?
What do you think?
Sorry, I can't help it. I could be the first Arcanist in years, to discover one of these. I've been jotting down potential applications of the manifold and...
So how about you focus on that? Quietly. Can't get further in. Door's locked. But we found an odd-looking device of some kind. Doesn't look like something the Shapers made. I don't read anything from it. Are you hearing that? Who is that?
Dominion. I should have guessed.
I've heard they possess a device that can overwhelm Shaper constructs.
The strange box.
Could we use it?
You have to know how to activate it.
There's a Dominion camp close by. Perhaps we'll find a clue there.
Why are the Dominion here? How could they know about... Oh.
What did you do?
I, sent a message to a colleague at the Academy about what I found.
It was intercepted, then. Good work. Let's figure out what the Dominion know about the ruin and the manifold.
I'll look around for clues.
We found some kind of voice recording.
Forced entry with a version of the monitor's device. One trooper entered vault before a door shut itself. Commanded to hold until a sweep is completed. Both signets for the device were returned to camps for safekeeping. The scout succumbed to injury on the way out. We left her. We have not heard from the trooper inside the ruin.
2 special Dominion signets, then. That's what we need.
I'll send you the location of nearby Dominion camps. found one of the signets, but we need to get rid of the Dominion security around it. I'll get this decrypted as quickly as possible. Sending you the location of another Dominion camp. Another signet. It's also secured. I'm starting the decryption.
Both the signets. Looks like this works.
One way to find out. Head back to the ruin and try to open that door. There's probably Dominion in here. In this chamber were behaving strangely. They seemed confused. But enough about that. We should move on and figure out how to get the manifold. Found the manifold, but it's protected by some kind of barrier.
It's linked to the entire Shaper structure. For some purpose. You must break the link before the manifold can be removed.
Barrier's down.
Be as careful as you can. The manifold is fragile.
And dangerous?
Probably that too.
Got it. On my way back.
I can't believe it. We did it. See you soon.